The pandemic changed everything. What began as an unshakable love between us crumbled under the pressure of distance, unresolved conflicts, and choices neither of us could take back. For 8 years, we were happy, or so I thought. We got married, made plans, and dreamed of a future together. But life, as it often does, had other ideas. She, my wife, embarked on a 2-year program abroad, chasing a dream she'd nurtured for years. I stayed behind, tethered to the reality of working 2 demanding jobs in healthcare. The distance was supposed to be temporary, a bump on the road. Instead, it became an abyss that swallowed our connection. Before she left, we'd had our share of struggles. I'd mishandled arguments, my temper flaring in ways I'm not proud of. One public altercation stands out, a moment I know left her scarred. I promised her, and myself, that I'd change. And I did. I sought help, learned to manage my emotions, and stopped smoking, a vice that had driven a wedge between us. I wanted her to see my effort, to believe that I could be the partner she deserved. But as the months passed, the miles between us seemed to grow wider. She became distant, her calls less frequent, her texts shorter. I chalked it up to her busy schedule and my exhausting workload, convincing myself that this was temporary. We just needed to hold on a little longer. 2 days ago, everything changed. She wrote me a letter, pouring out her heart. In it, she confessed that she had cheated on me. It happened once, she claimed, during a low point in our relationship. She was remorseful, her words heavy with regret. She wanted me to know she was sorry and hoped we could find a way to heal. I was crushed. The betrayal felt like a physical blow, leaving me reeling. But I'm not one to make hasty decisions. I needed time to think. Despite the pain, I considered reconciliation. People make mistakes, I reasoned. If she was truly remorseful and willing to put in the work, maybe, just maybe, we could rebuild what we had. As I started to entertain the possibility of forgiving her, she dropped another bombshell. She was pregnant. The timeline was clear. The baby wasn't mine. She insisted the affair partner, AP, wanted nothing to do with the child, and that she wanted to come home to me. She begged for a second chance, her voice trembling with desperation. She said she'd give up her studies, leave everything behind, and focus on us. Her remorse seemed genuine, but the weight of her actions, and their consequences, was too much to bear. After days of soul-searching, I made my decision. I filed for divorce. We live in an at-fault state, and my lawyer assured me that the circumstances were in my favor. Since the child isn't mine, I won't be responsible for child support. Our marriage, though once filled with love, was short-lived, just under 3 years, which means alimony will be minimal. We have no shared assets, making the process more straightforward. She's been relentless, leaving me countless voicemails and pleading for me to reconsider. She's desperate, now that her AP has abandoned her and the child. She's even considering dropping her program entirely. But I've made it clear, all communication will go through my lawyer. I've moved out of our apartment, canceled the lease, and placed her belongings in storage. Her parents have the key. She doesn't know my new address, and I intend to keep it that way. Do I feel guilty? In moments, yes. She's carrying a child, and she's facing a future she didn't plan for. But her choices brought us here, and I have to prioritize my own well-being. Reconciliation isn't possible when trust has been so thoroughly shattered. In the quiet of my new apartment, I've begun to reflect on the life I want moving forward. The pain is still raw, and the path ahead feels uncertain. But I've learned something crucial through all of this. Love, as powerful as it is, isn't always enough. It requires trust, respect, and a shared commitment to weather the storms together. Without those, even the strongest bonds can break. I'm choosing to move forward, to build a life that's rooted in honesty and self-respect. I've dodged a bullet, as painful as it's been. And while the scars of this experience will remain, they'll serve as a reminder of my resilience and the lessons I've learned. This chapter is closing, but a new one is just beginning. If you enjoyed the story, please like and subscribe to the channel.